JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man shot and killed outside St. Andrew nightclub. An investigation has been launched into the murder of a man and the injury of another outside a corporate era nightclub on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as Keshawn Young, 26 years old, of Hope Avenue, Land Settlement in Manchester. He was shot and killed along Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew. It was reported that about 2:30 a.m., Young had just parked his vehicle outside the club when he was pounced upon by two armed men. He was chased by his attackers, who shot him repeatedly. A 76-year-old man also sustained gunshot injuries to his hand. A police team responded to reports of explosions heard and assisted the injured persons to the hospital, where Young was pronounced dead and the other man treated. Key suspect in gun probe in custody, spouse, her children among five facing scamming charges. The main suspect being sought by the police in connection with the shipment of illegal guns that was intercepted at a warehouse in Montego Bay, St. James, a few weeks ago is now in custody. Law enforcement officials confirmed on Saturday. He reportedly surrendered to the police in St. James on Wednesday, accompanied by his attorney. His name has not been revealed because he has not been charged with any crime. His spouse and two of her children are among five people who were taken into custody by members of the Firearms Trafficking Task Force during a subsequent operation at their home in St. Mary on Wednesday, their attorney confirmed. Raquel Gale, 41, her daughter Kayla DaCosta, 18, and her son Javon McGregor, as well as Pajmar Dixon, 20, and Mikhail McCoy, 23, has since been charged with lottery scam-related offences, the police confirmed. Donovan Collins, the attorney representing Gale and her children, on Saturday said that his clients have not been questioned by police investigators about any firearm-related offences. All three have since been granted bail, he said. I would urge the public to view news they hear on social media with a grain of salt, as they can be very misleading and to some extent false, Collins said. However, law enforcement sources have indicated that the lottery scam charges are to allow the police more time to conduct their arms trafficking investigation. Police officials have declined to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. A total of 14 handguns and 15 magazines were found hidden in a barrel among household items during an operation conducted by the police and the Jamaica Customs Agency at the Freeport warehouse in Montego Bay on February 9. The police said in a statement that through the use of advanced, non-intrusive technology, anomalies were detected in a shipment from Miami, Florida, in the United States during routine scanning procedures. According to the police, the suspicious consignment, a blue plastic barrel, addressed to a recipient in Bogue Village, Montego Bay, prompted a thorough examination by the contraband enforcement team. This operation is a significant blow to the transnational movement of illegal weapons from North America into the Caribbean, demonstrating the effectiveness of the combined efforts by law enforcement agencies to combat organized crime and protect our nation's borders, the police said. A week later, a shipment of 64 mainly handguns, 965 bullets, and 107 magazines were intercepted at the wharf in Kingston. They were also shipped from Miami and were destined for a violent criminal gang based in the Jamaican capital of Kingston, law enforcement sources disclosed. Two men are in custody after they were collared while attempting to take possession of the illegal arms shipment, sources revealed. Florida, where the city of Miami is located, is one of the top 5 American states from which guns are illegally shipped to Jamaica. The others are Georgia, North Dakota, Indiana, and Texas. In the last 6 years, the police have intercepted nearly 400 guns and more than 5,000 bullets at the country's legal ports of entry in Kingston and St. James. Last year, Jamaica joined with Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, the Bahamas, and Trinidad and Tobago to support a lawsuit filed by Mexico against gun manufacturers in the United States. More individuals to be charged in SSL fraud case. Sources close to the management of assets in the Stocks and Securities Limited SSL fraud matter say the former sprinter Usain Bolt would not have received anything from assets disbursed or assigned to date. It was stated that what has been assigned to date represent off-balance sheet assets, which are being addressed at this time. Regarding Bolt's loss, this matter remains in court and will only be settled in that process, the source said. Bolt is said to have had $2 billion in an account held in the name of his St. Lucia Incorporated company, Wellgen, for which an account was created at SSL in 2012. Welgen's account value plummeted from 2 billion Jamaican dollars or 12.7 million US dollars in October 2022 to 1.8 million Jamaican dollars or 12,000 US dollars in January when he checked after being alerted. Welgen's case is being heard together with a suit that investor 8-year-old Jean Ford filed against SSL and 10 other defendants, including Panton and SSL's founder, Hugh Croskery. Ford is alleging that she was defrauded of 830,000 US dollars. Welgen's cases against SSL and Panton. It is otherwise noted that the investigation is nearing an end and other persons will be held accountable based on new evidence. Principal Director of Investigations for the Financial Investigation Division, FID, Keith Darren, said on February 23 that the investigation continues in relation to Bowles and other clients' losses. He stated, "The investigation is ongoing but nearing completion. We anticipate a final meeting with a team of senior prosecutors on the case within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Thereafter, other persons are likely to be charged for multiple criminal offences. At this stage, we have no official comments regarding the tracing and recovery of any possible proceeds of crime, but can advise that all efforts are being made to bring persons to book based on the evidence unearthed." In 2023, the FID indicated that it had uncovered approximately 70 affected accounts, significantly more than the just over 40 affected accounts that had been reported at the initial phase. The investigation also identified other fraudulent schemes at SSL, which have resulted in the misappropriation and or loss of numerous investors' funds amounting to over 10 million US dollars. So far, the only individual charge in the $3 billion fraud court matter at SSL is Jean Panton. Darren is now indicating that the FID will charge other individuals as soon as appropriate. It was noted that the next court hearing will be in March. Meanwhile, the Financial Services Commission, FSC, in its latest update on the management of SSL, indicates that funds have been disbursed on request to over 200 clients, amounting to $626 million. As of February 16, 2024, over 1,000 client accounts, totaling approximately $14.5 billion of local securities, were transferred to facilitate access by SSL clients through brokers and institutions. On Friday, February 23, one source stated that assets transferred to clients is expected to top $20 billion soon. SSL came under the supervision of government authority after high levels of fraud were reported in January 2022. Client assets are currently grouped into 4 categories, which are cash, local securities, overseas securities, and promissory notes issued by SSL-related companies. The FSC says that significant progress has been made in dealing with cash and the local securities. American Airlines makes historic touchdown on Ian Fleming tarmac after pioneering the development of an international airport in St. Mary. Member of Parliament Robert Montague has set his sights on a new milestone, daily flights, now that American Airlines has landed on the Ian Fleming tarmac. On Saturday, Boscobel St. Mary made history when the world's largest airline inaugurated its third destination in Jamaica, with a flight from Miami International Airport, MIA, to Ian Fleming International Airport, OCJ, carrying 71 passengers on its Embraer 175 aircraft. The new route, branded as Race Jamaica in the American Airlines reservation system, will operate twice a week on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Addressing a sizable audience at the inauguration, Montague expressed enthusiasm for the partnership with American Airlines, marking the advent of the first scheduled commercial jet service. While acknowledging the significance of the initial bi-weekly schedule, Montague emphasized aspirations for daily flights and expansion to additional departure points, including New Orleans, Atlanta, Tampa, and Fort Lauderdale. He also noted that other carriers have shown interest in serving the route, attributing this to the presence of American Airlines, and advocated for healthy competition in the aviation sector. The Cubans have visited the Ian Fleming International Airport and expressed interest in utilizing the facility for both business and leisure travel, he revealed. The land on which the airport stands was generously donated to the government by the late Abe Issa, founder of Couples Resorts. Notable figures, such as the late Sandals chairman, Gordon Wood Stewart, late aviation pioneer Major Dudley Beak, and hotelier Chris Blackwell, played key roles in the development of the facility. "I still have 2 more missions to complete," Montague promised, offering a glimpse of forthcoming plans to honor Beak, Issa, Stewart, and Blackwell with permanent recognition at the airport, possibly through the installation of storyboards. "Secondly, I aim to change the call sign from Motorist to Boscobel," he declared, prompting a resounding round of applause. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.